Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to True Secret Nation. Oh man, first things first, man. We just pause and relax and take in this beautiful weather, man. And I thank God and our Heavenly Father for this beautiful weather, man. It's blue sky, as usual. Look at that. Sun. There we go. Right on the side, man. Okay? It's a beautiful day out, man. Beautiful. So, I took it upon myself, go on a little bike ride. Enjoy the nice weather. Got a chance to upload some new videos to my YouTube channel. And really appreciate you guys for checking me out, man. And, you know, we're going to start this video off by just saying, I want to document some more of my experience here of, dealing with devils, dealing with some people who just don't like us talking about God, man. And, I came across another individual's video, and they actually addressed the topic of why they talk about gangstalking so much. And he really put it in the best way, in a really good way, man. Okay. It's Unbreakable Brown, his YouTube channel. And his response was, guys, we are called to expose this stuff. As an individual, if you are for God, that should, clarify some things and read into the Bible of exposing these works that are happening to us, guys. God does not expect us, and God does not, I can't speak for everybody. Everybody's situation is different. Because God will call you to expose the stuff at the right time and whenever He wills it, okay? Whenever Father wills it. But for my situation, God does not want me to just sit idly by and let all this satanic ritual abuse, satanic abuse happen to me. Okay, the whole purpose is I'm supposed to be dead. See, these devils have failed in that mission. So I'm going to continuously speak up and use my voice. You see what I'm saying? And we're not stopping, man. Okay? And this is why I call the city of West Plains pathetic. Because I called this shit out numerous times. And almost every fucking store, almost every other fucking store I go into, man, is some weirdo shit. Weirdo, man. Go in the fucking gas station right near me. Somebody asking me, keeping track of how many times I go in and out of the fucking store. I went in there one time, grabbed me a fucking tea, and I changed my mind and put it back. Cashier runs out. Oh, what are you doing? Yada, yada. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just changed my mind. And I'm leaving, and I'm filling up my tank. Okay? Not only that, but I'm just telling you, man. Guys, it's the difference between trying to be cordial with somebody and saying, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you again in here. You know what I'm saying? And all that kind of stuff. But, man, in these stores, you just pick up a really, really not good vibe, man. That's all I can tell you. It's really not good, man. A lot of people, a lot of times people ignore their intuition. People ignore stuff, man. And, a lot of times people need to pay more attention to that. People need to pay more attention to their intuitive nudges. Because that is God trying to tell us something. If we feel uncomfortable going in a store, or we feel like getting uncomfortable, we need to pay attention to that. We need to pay attention to that, man. Okay? Because a lot of times, those are warnings. You see what I'm saying? So let me give you guys another example today, man. I just wanted to go into the library, my local library today. Okay? Unfortunately, I forgot my bike lock. Okay? But, I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's not a big deal. I'll go ahead, and it's no hate, man. It's no hate, and it's not, nobody's salty, but it's just like, I just want to document this stuff more, because it's like, you know, so I go into the library. I'm thinking, so the library, when you walk in, it's got an initial area before you actually go into the library. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't bring my bike lock, so I'm like, okay, it shouldn't be a problem. I just bring my bike in there. It was a camera in there, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put my bike in there right underneath the camera. So if somebody do want to steal my bike, then guess what? They're gonna be on camera. So I'm like, okay, man, that's cool. So, you know, I proceed to bring my bike in there, just put it off to the side. It's not in the way. Keep in mind, it's not in the way. It's a bicycle. It's not even big. Okay? Keep in mind, it's a bicycle, guys. A bicycle's not a car. You can bring a bicycle in a lot of different places.
Not.
And it's really nimble, actually. So, I just go in the library. I just want to relax, enjoy, get some peace and quiet. You know what I mean? You go to the library, you get peace. The whole fucking point of you go to the fucking library is you don't get bothered. Okay? So, go in there, got a chance to experience some of that high-speed internet the library has to offer. Took advantage of that, to upload my videos. Okay? But lo and behold, of course you can't get no peace at the library, even at the library these days, guys. And guys, I'm not even being, and check it, man, you may think that I'm being unreasonable, right? Or he's just mad or whatever. Dude, I'm not mad, man. Because we're going to get into how we turned that into a positive situation here in just a minute. But I'm making a point here. So I'm in there just chilling, and doing my thing, listening to music, upload my videos on my laptop. And guy specifically out of everybody in the library comes up to me and asks me the question. So I it's really funny, man. One thing I want to point out: this guy at the library, don't know his name, don't much care. I don't have none personal vendetta against nobody, man. But so I go to the library, man. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I brought my bike down, had a little family there waiting for me to go by, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and rock and roll my bike and head down there. But check it out, guys. So I go in there. Guy comes up to me, asks me the question of, hey, the question was, did I bring a bicycle in that area? Keep in mind that this isn't an area where it's not the actual library. It's an area where you can go to the bathroom, all this other kind of stuff. It's not in the way of anything. Small bicycle, man. Okay? And he asked me the specific question, did I bring that bicycle in there? So let me ask you something, man. Why would you ask me that question if you already knew that I brought the fucking bicycle in? Because obviously out of all the people in the library, you come up to me and you ask me, did I bring a bike in there? So you obviously know that I brought the fucking bike because I saw on the camera. So why not just fucking tell me, hey, you got to take your bike out? Okay? And see, I found that really disrespectful, man. These days, man, people just can't be reasonable. I didn't make us think about it, man. I didn't make no big deal. I just, I was going to tell him, I said, hey, I forgot my bike lock. Normally I would. Normally I will. Because he's like, oh, you got to take it out. And, he asked me the question. I said, okay, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay, well, you got to bring it out in the back. We have an area where you can park your bike. And I was like, I usually do that, of course. And I was going to tell him, I said, oh, I just forgot my bike lock. I'll be in and out. First of all, I didn't really think that was a big issue. I don't see, what is the issue with that? Guy gives me an explanation of, oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of people trying to bring motorcycles and all this other kind of stuff in there. A bicycle is not a fucking motorcycle. Okay? A bicycle is a bicycle. Okay? It's not in the way. It's not doing anything. It's not blocking nowhere. It's a bicycle on the side. Out of all that space, man. Okay? I didn't bother try to explain nothing. Didn't bother try doing none of that. I just said, okay, I'll leave. It's not a big deal. You know, you would think that people will be reasonable. And, you know, it's like, seriously, man? And he brings up this excuse, oh, we want to be fair. Okay, a bicycle is not a motorcycle, you fucking idiot. I mean, come on, man. See, man, you know what? We all about spreading love here, man. But see, you know what, man? I've had it with this town. I've had it with this town, man. I've had it with this town. Everywhere I go, you get some nasty look. People got an attitude. And I'm sick of it, man. You know, try to be nice to people. I want to be nice to people, man. I want to give my heart out. I want to give love, man. I want to spread love to people, man. But see, you know what? And repeatedly, over and over and over again, keep getting spat in my face, man. So you know what? I just keep my mouth shut. I just keep it moving, and we continue doing the works of Heavenly Father and spreading the good news, man, and spreading the gospel and bringing people to Christ, man, because now is the time. Okay? I've had it with this town, man. This is garbage. Okay? People get disrespected. You know, almost like, you know, and I think of the Green Goblin and Spider-Man, bro. Except Green Goblin was actually bad, right? but you know, because Spider-Man is not going to compromise, man. You know, Green Goblin tried to be friends with Spider-Man in the first movie and try to convince him and all this other kind of shit. And Spider-Man was like, no. He's not gonna dwell on the tents of wickedness. He said, yeah, that's Spider-Man. His job to be, you know, he wants to help people. Okay? But it was one thing that Green Goblin said that I actually want to reverse to the opposite. You know, Green Goblin told Spider-Man, he said, I offered you friendship and you spat in my face. Okay? But that's Green Goblin. You know what I'm saying? See, the enemy can do that, and the devil can do that too and be salty and mad. And oh, here we want to offer you to join, and then no. Ain't nobody joining that, nothing. Ain't nobody dwelling in no tents of the wickedness, okay? I'm getting out of the tent. Nobody's going to do that. So it's like the same thing here, man. You offer somebody friendship, you be nice, and they spit in your face. So it's like, okay, this is when we let God handle things, okay? And I just wanted to give an example, man. You know, people try to get peace. People try to go to be unbothered. And you got to deal with bullshit, man. There is no reason. That was really unreasonable, man. Guys, you know what a bicycle is, right? Okay, so, you know, because a lot of times, you know, it was funny. Because there was one time I had an interaction with a guy I had a guy at an alcohol shop one time. You know, he had said, yeah, he was talking about his bike. You know, I was like, oh shit, because I had an electric scooter at the time, and he's like, oh man, I'd rather fall off the electric scooter than the bike, and I was like, really? But it was one thing but I laughed. See, he had a motorcycle, he called it a bike, okay? But then see, there's also a bicycle, and you can call it a bike, okay? So I was like, oh, I had to clarify. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I definitely know what you mean by that. You know, he'd rather fall off an electric scooter than the bike. Okay, the motorcycle. I understand that. First, I thought he was talking about a bicycle. And I was like, I don't know, man. This electric scooter go 40 miles an hour. I'd rather fall on a bicycle than an electric scooter. You know, and it was just a funny little interaction, a funny little conversation we had. You know. So, my experience hasn't all been negative, man. But, guys, it's... the bad is outweighing the good here, man. Okay? But that's why I'm keeping the good and positive interactions close to my heart, man. And this is why I bring people to God. And see, a lot of times, you know, honestly, you can't really see any reason, you know, that's not fair. The guy told me try to be fair. How is that fair? My bicycle is not a motorcycle, bro. It's a bicycle. It's off to the side. It's not even in a way. What the fuck is the big deal? What is the big deal, man? What is the big deal? Oh, the rule, dude. You know what, man? A lot of times, man, these rules and regulations in the world that we live in don't make no fucking sense, man. People will bother you for any reason. Won't leave you alone. They will bother you for any reason, bro. So I said, okay, but you know what? I didn't make a big deal out of it. I just went ahead and walked out, and you know what Heavenly Father had me do, man? We sat right outside the damn library so I can keep an eye on my... Oh, yeah, you know what? And I didn't forget to tell you what he said after that. I just told him I didn't make us think about it. I said, okay. I just started immediately gathered my stuff up and left. I said, I'll leave then. And then he proceeds to turn around after he's all the way across the fucking library. Keep in mind, he's already breaking the rules. You're supposed to be quiet in the library, not shouting around across the library. So then now he wants to tell me, oh yeah, you can put it out in the back by the dumpster. You know, somebody wouldn't bother it. You asshole. You know what, man? Why in the fuck would I bring... the whole purpose of putting my bike in the goddamn area underneath the camera is to prevent somebody from stealing it. Why would I put it in the back somewhere hidden where it's more liable to be stolen and no cameras around? Can you explain that to me, man? Can you explain that to me? So no, we did. I sat right in front of the goddamn library, and we sat right there and uploaded all my videos. All right. Still took advantage of the internet. I don't need to be inside. And guess what? We got the beautiful sun shining on us right in the process too. So it was an upgrade. Don't need to be inside when it's a beautiful day out here. You know what I'm saying? So see, that's another situation where with these people intend to backhand you, the God will use for good. So it's like, okay, sat right outside the library, uploaded, got a lot of stuff done today, man. Uploaded my videos because I don't have internet. Okay? I don't have internet. All right? So that was a blessing to be able to upload my videos in succession like that at the speed that I did. That was badass. So technically, well, let me clarify. I don't have Wi-Fi. Okay? I have access to the internet through my phone. Okay? But I don't have Wi-Fi. Okay, I don't have home internet. Okay? So, guys, I'm going to tell you something, man. And I'm going to use this as a whatever situation that you're dealing with. Okay? Because I already know right after, lo and behold, I walk out the library. It's police officers, police cars passing by, all this bullshit. With guys, nobody's done, man. I know that, there's something going on around this town that's really corrupt and evil, man. I came across another guy. It really warms my heart, man. Of course, I don't wish this upon nobody. I don't wish nobody going through this shit. But it's like, damn, it's kind of warms your heart knowing that there's other people that you're not the only one, man. The guy in his town, and the guy says, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people can't see whatever, a lot of these towns, man. Be surprised at how much these Freemasons got this town corrupted, man. How corrupt these towns are. These same people that claim that they protect us, they will be quick to turn against you, man. And actually find stuff to try to pin you, man. Find any reason to bother. That's why it's important, guys, that we follow the seek shelter under the feathers of the Most High. Okay? Seek shelter under the wings of the Most High, man. Because if I start arguing and all that stuff, see, that gives more people more reason to do stuff. So as if, but see, then now that don't mean we still can't fight back. You see, we got freedom of speech. Okay? So I'm gonna voice my concerns of how fucking pathetic this town is, man. This corrupt ass town, man. How many niggas over here in this town involved in this fucking gang stalking and don't want to speak up? Why would you not tell somebody, hey man, this has been said about you? I have not got that one time being here, man. And out of all these people fucking stalking me, dude. And they won't tell you that they're stalking you. They act like they're doing everyday things, a lot of times. But you know what? Guarantee you constantly praying and you'll start noticing these things, man. Especially, oh man, I'm gonna tell you something. This stuff is not normal, man. Stuff is not normal. And you know what's really fucked up? And I'm gonna address this, man. I actually looked up on Google Gangstalking program. One of the first articles on Google, one of the first articles that popped up was this disgusting, was this disgusting article really downplaying targeted individuals, man. Claiming that targeted individuals got delusions and all this other kind of stuff. Oh, man, how disgusting, man. You know, it's easy for somebody on the out. You know what? We're going to address that shit, too. It's easy for somebody that's not going through an actual situation to point and laugh, man. You know? Very easy to do that. And very easy to discount it and, all of that, man. But, why... If you had any goodness in your heart, why would your first response... You know what, man? If you had any goodness in your heart, why would your first response be to immediately try to discredit somebody? Oh, delusions, that's not real and all that. If you have a good heart, man, you would stop and listen to the person and say, even if it seems implausible, analyze the situation, listen to them. Is there things with mental health that you can pinpoint that maybe they might have delusions or a mental illness or whatever? Or what? And I think a lot of the time when people see people, and one of the things that the article mentions that people talk about sci-fi, fantasy stuff. See, man, I tell you, people talking about certain things, they don't understand, man, because we've been programmed. It's cognitive dissonance, man. We've been programmed to automatically discount stuff such as witchcraft and things like that. But you can't call anybody crazy for addressing witchcraft. The Bible speaks and addresses this directly. So all we are doing is speaking off of what the Bible is speaking. That doesn't mean nobody has a mental illness. Just because it's 2025, that does not mean the occult does not exist. Okay? A lot of it is in the modern form. A lot of it looks differently. This isn't the 1500s. Okay? Where people are out and burning witches on the stake and shit. This is not like that, man. Okay? Time and time again, these people seek to disrupt your peace, man. If you have been called and you are doing works of Heavenly Father, these people, that's what they'll do. They'll do anything they can to disrupt your peace. I just wanted to address that, man, because that was bogus. Why not just make an exception for somebody and hear somebody out? When somebody comes up to you all snappy and you just got to get your stuff. Nobody's even gonna. Wouldn't you okay? Hear the person. Be reasonable, man. It's not about being fair, because first of all, a motorcycle is not a bicycle. So I don't know why in the hell a motorcycle was even brought up. First of all. So right there, you can already. And then the fact that the dumpster. Oh man, that's bogus, man. That's bogus. That truly is bogus, man. And it normally wouldn't be a problem. If I usually bring my bike lock and lock it up by default on the bike rack. But I just forgot my bike lock that time. I just forgot my bike lock. But I didn't even bother trying to explain that to him, because I knew he was the type of person. I just picked up on the type of person. He wasn't going to be reasonable. Bringing up motorcycles and all this other kind of shit when it's not even... what the hell does a motorcycle have to do with a bicycle? What does that have to do with a bicycle, man? Okay? Guys, we got so many things I want to talk about on here. It's great, man. Heavenly Father is great, dude. God has blessed me in ways I can't even imagine, man. He's granted me peace. He's granted me peace in all this crap, man. You know what I'm saying? He's granted me peace in all this. So, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You deal with you deal with what you're gonna deal with, man. Whatever is going on, man. Whatever you're dealing with, workplace bullying, or a bunch of crap, subliminal bullshit behind the scenes. whatever it is, man, you stay strong. Don't let nobody intimidate you. Because we ain't going to be intimidated, because we're going to keep James 7:4-7 right next to us, man. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, we're going to talk how we're going to talk. You see, a lot of times people can't handle the energy. People get all offended when you say words, curse words. Who the hell's idea was it to call those curse words? All I see is there's just languages. They're just words of the English language. Okay? And maybe I'd be ignorant. Maybe we should look more into that. Okay? But I have not gotten any kind of, I'm being myself. I'm being authentic. Okay? I'm not hiding anything. I have nothing to hide. Okay? Heavenly Father sees what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. All right? And all I'm doing is using words of the English language. Certain words that address certain, to give in perspective certain things. Okay? So, I don't see the big deal. And, again, some people may take offense to that, but you know what? It's not my intended offense. Especially if you're a warrior of light, a lot of times I'm addressing this shit to a lot of people they got my technology hat, spying on me and shit. I have a right to speak up, especially if my privacy is invaded. You see what I mean? Especially, man. I have a right to use my voice. Okay? Because let me tell you something, man. A lot of times, people don't use their, people in these gang stalking situations, they don't use their voice, man. You see what I'm saying? But it's not a big deal, man. We feeling great, man. Feeling great, man. I just thank Heavenly Father for blessing me and giving me the opportunity to even come on here, man. All right. Guys, that's going to be the video for today. I feel great, man. I wanted to come out here, just be with nature, be in my local park here, man, and just relax. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for listening to me, guys. I've had it with this town, man. I've had it with this town. So, guys, I urge you to draw close to Heavenly Father, man. Especially in these times, man. These are rough times. Especially with Mr. Trump in office. Oh, shit, man. This shit is rough, man. I keep seeing news articles talking about SNAP, people that actually need the benefits. That shit's gonna be getting cut off, man. So, alright, guys. You guys hang in there, man. I love you guys so much. You take care. And this is Truth Seeker. Signing out of Truth Seeker Nation. I hope you guys have a heavenly, divinely blessed day. Take care, man. Bye-bye.